Hello beautiful people, welcome back on my channel. I'm Erika and today we are doing a 15-minute full body stretch. So just come onto your mat into a kneeling position. Just sit yourself comfortable on your heel, placing your hands on your laps to start, and we'll start with a few shoulder rolls here. So bring the shoulders forward, up and back, and just keep moving slowly. Just start to really feel the movement, the release around the shoulders, starting to undo all the tension, bringing blood flow around the joint. Breathing in and out through the nose as always. See if you can reverse the circle the other way around. So going back, up and forward. Then come to release the hands to the side, and then bring your chin to your chest and start to roll over to the right, to the back, left of the shoulder, back forward, and just continue on rolling slowly and with control. Feeling free at any time if you want to just stop at any point. And then you can reverse the circle the other way around. Again, try to be really nice and slow without forcing. You don't want to create any pain. It can be quite fragile and tight around the neck, so take the time here. Just making your way into an all-four position. Position the shoulders of the wrists and your hips over to the knees. Inhaling and exhaling into a cat-cow position. On your inhalation, drop the belly, the chest, and look up to the ceiling. On your exhalation, just fully rounding the back body, gaze to the navel, tucking the tailbone under. And just keep moving like so in your own time. Try to feel each vertebrae moving, creating a gentle compression to massage the spine, and try to release the fluid in between each vertebrae here, lubricating the joint. Trying to be really fluid. Just keep moving. Take a deep inhalation. And with your next exhalation, you can curl your toes under and just come to your seat onto your heels, keeping the arms forward extended. Inhale, make your way back up, drop the belly, the chest, and look up to the ceiling. Exhale, round like a cat, and come to sit onto your heels, giving at the same time a nice stretch to the feet. Inhale, come back to your all four, cow position, drop belly, chest, look up. Exhale, come and sit back onto your heels. Just keep moving. Again, be very fluid. Inhale and exhale. With your next inhalation, make your way back forward into your all fours and lean slightly forward to lower yourself to the ground, trying to keep the elbows hugged against the body as you come down, creating strength through the back of the arms at the same time. Straighten your legs back, press the top of the feet, inhale, gently lift to a cobra pose. Try not to press into the hands, but raise and feel the strength into the back body to lift your chest off the ground. Building up strength, keep your legs really active, the glute active, and on your inhalation, go and grab your hands behind your back, interlacing the fingers. As you breathe in, see if you can squeeze the shoulders toward each other and down towards the feet. Really feeling a deep stretch to the front of the chest and the front of the shoulders. Now raising the legs, keep the feet pointed, the feet hip width. Try not to soften at the knees, so squeeze your thigh muscles. And then exhale, lower yourself back down to the floor and then press back into your heels. Find a nice stretch to the back of the body. Make your way back onto your hands and feet. And then press to downward dog and walk the feet to come to a forward fold. Bring the feet to the outside of the mat, nice and wide, and start to wiggle, bending the knees, the right, the left, wiggling the hips side to side, really going wherever it feels nice to go. So just create some opening into the hips, the back of the legs, the whole back of the body. Beautiful. And then just come to a halfway lift to look forward and start to squat down. You can turn the toes out externally and just start to straighten your legs back up and squatting down again. And just keep moving like so for a few times, as many as you need to start to feel this deep opening into the hips. Eventually hold the squat down. And then press yourself back up again into this forward fold. Walk the hands forward, the feet back, coming to your downward dog position. Paddling through the toes, bending the knees, wiggling the hips. Again, just try to be very organic. Just move as your body needs. See if you can draw the chin back a little to really elongate the head. Really trying to avoid a forward head posture. So keep the back of the head long, gazing toward the knees or the navel if it's here. Try to keep the lower abdomen really active, and then start to raise onto the toes. Create a bit of mobility and strength to the feet and the calves muscles. Inhale, rise on the toes. Exhale, release the heels to the ground, and just keep moving like so for a few more breaths. Beautiful. Eventually settle the heels back down toward the ground. And then we'll start to step the right foot in between your hands. As much as you need, you can grab your ankle to find this low lunge position. So you can straighten your back leg to start. And then bring the knee back down until you find a stretch to the front of this left hip, your hip flexor. Take a deep inhalation, extend the arms up, grab your head, look up. Try to open the elbows more to create more opening through the chest and the front of the shoulders. Every exhalation, see if you can sink the hips down a little bit more. And then releasing the arms back to the floor, we'll straighten this right leg, flex this right foot, and then calm, bringing hips over to your knee. You can stay here if it's enough. If you want to go further, just start to bow from your hips and lower over to this right leg. It can be quite intense behind the back of the leg, so really make sure you breathe deeply and that you don't force. You don't want to create any injuries, so be gentle. Come back to your low lunge and then come to straighten both legs this time and shorten your stance to just about 1 meter apart to Parsvottanasana. The back foot is just a 45-degree angle. Just folding over to your leg again if it's available, bringing the head toward the shin. See if you can bring this right hip backward and the left hip forward to square the hips. Few more deep breaths here, and then on your next inhalation, lengthen and step back to your downward dog again. Readjust the feet and observe how it feels between sides. Again, you can rise on the toes, release the feet down. And then we'll just go and make our way to the other side, stepping the left foot in between your hands this time. Grabbing the ankle if you need again. Eventually drop the right knee down, sink your hips. This time we'll extend the arms overhead. So sink your hips first and bring the shoulders up. And then interlacing fingers, index fingers together to start to look up without just dropping the head back. Try to keep the front of the head active. Drop the chin back, keep the back of the head long and look up. Keep sinking the hips down. Find the lift in the pelvic floor. Just make sure your lower abdomen is really active. You want to stay strong and energized into the base of your spine. Eventually, release your hands down and come to straighten this left leg, flexing the left foot, right hip over the right knee. And on your exhalation, if it's available, just bow over to this front leg. Again, try not to force. You want to be very gentle and use your exhalation to release into this deep stretch. Relax the jaws, relax the shoulders, just soften the shoulders. Just observe how you react to this stretch. And on your inhalation, just lift the head and then, like before, straightening both legs. Back foot 45-degree angle, squaring the hips forward to Parsvottanasana. And on your exhalation, see if you can just fold over to this front leg. Try to keep the feet very grounded and active to the floor. Beautiful. Inhale, see if you can lengthen the spine more. And exhale, see if you can soften more into this deep stretch of the whole back body, especially behind the legs here. Wonderful. Eventually step back again, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Readjusting the feet, slightly pigeon toes, parallel with each other with the outside. Just hang in here. Breathe into this downward dog. Make sure the hands are fully grounded. You want to feel the palm and the fingers really active onto the ground. And still the lower abdomen energized to create the emptiness and strength. Rise on the toes and then eventually come to your extended child pose, dropping the knees on the ground wide. Bring the big toes touching and come to sit onto your heels, keeping the arms out extended. Try to have the arms straight. And then release the chest toward the ground to create more opening behind the shoulder girdle and chest. Wonderful. We'll come to an internal rotation into your right hip here. So straighten your left leg out. If you do have any knee injuries or pain, you can straighten the right leg straight out to the side. Okay? Some people prefer for the knee to have the inside of the foot on the floor, just like I've shown, so you can do this as well. If it's available, bring the top of the foot down so that you create stretch to the front of the foot and shin. Eventually squaring over to this left leg and exhale to fold over and breathe. So I'm grabbing my foot, but you could just place your hand on each side of the leg and keep your spine slightly more upright if you find that the stretch is deep enough. So you have an opening into the hip, but your right hip is internally rotated. Always good to open the joint in all directions to keep them healthy. On your inhalation, come up, face the chest over to your bent knee this time, and we'll open through the side of the body. This time you can point the left foot and then rotate the chest up to the ceiling. On your inhalation, create the length. On your exhalation, maybe bend further if it's available. You can bring your elbow down if it's here. Keep the gaze up. Try to keep the head in the alignment of the spine. So again, no forward head posture. Really finding this rotate and twist into the neck as well. Keep breathing deeply. Create space for the lungs. On your inhalation, come back up. And then just move into the other side. So here as well, if it's okay with your knee, find your 90-degree angle, opening into the hips, and then the internal rotation, top of the foot on the ground if available, otherwise rotate on the inside of your foot if it feels better for your knee. As you exhale, just bow forward. For now, we keep this right foot flexed. Relax the shoulders down, relax the head. Just try to breathe the best you can. Sometimes the sides of the body can feel different. One might be tighter than the other. It's generally the case for most of us. Do with some overuse of one side of the body. So that's totally normal. Just keep breathing. Take one more breath. And with your next inhalation, make your way back up and start to face over to your bent knee. Squaring chest over to the bent knee, place the right hand down. Inhale, rotate the chest up, look up and extend the arm over. Find this full opening to the side of the body. Every time that you breathe in, you should feel this nice stretch deep into the ribs and the inside of the ribs as well. Keep this right foot pointed for this side opening. And just breathe. Keep the chest broad and open. Breathe gentle. And an inhale, slowly make your way back up, and we'll make our way into a cross-legged position. So bring the right foot first and the left foot forward. You can have a normal cross-leg position, or you could bring the heels just like me in line with your pubic bone. Keep the lift into the pelvic floor, which we call Mula Bandha. Take a deep inhale, and on your exhalation, we'll go and twist to the right side. So try not to arch into the lower back. You want to feel the tuck of the tailbone, so the lower abdomen is active. And then you can lift the chest and rotate from the mid-spine to the upper spine as well as the neck. Deep massage into the internal organs. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to the center, doing the same to the other side. Tuck the tailbone under. And as you breathe out, twist and look over to the left shoulder. Every inhale, keep broadening the front of the body. Every exhale, keep drawing the lower abdomen in. And find more twist with the mid to upper spine. One more deep, full breath. And then with your next inhalation, come back to face forward. And take a little forward fold here. Again, if you have any knee pain, just straighten the legs out to the side into a wide leg stretch. Otherwise, lower down, feeling a nice release into the back body, the lower back and the hips. Deep, full breath. Well, almost there. We're going to do the same to the other side by crossing the legs the other way around. So left foot come closer to your hips, right foot in front. And again, inhale, tuck the tailbone, activate the lower belly. Exhale, lift the heart and twist more. Try to look over to the left shoulder. See how far you can rotate through the neck. As you breathe in, feel the full expansion into the ribcage. Inhale, look back forward and do exactly the same to the other side, looking over to the right shoulder this time. Doesn't matter if you're doing the other side, as long as you do both sides evenly to create balance into the body. Deep inhale, come back to the center, and exhale again, take a little forward fold here. Walk the hand as far as it's available. It doesn't need to be much. Relax the shoulders, relax the head fully, and enjoy this deep hip and lower back release here. Wonderful. On your inhalation, make your way back up. And then we'll just stay into the sitting position. And then we'll just bring your hands to heart center. And I'll just say thanks so much to have joined me today. namaste to all of you. And I wish you a wonderful day. I'll see you next time on the mat. Bye-bye. If you would like to support me, you can join me on Patreon, which is a platform where, as a thank you, I'm producing a weekly video from 20 to 60 minutes. This is just really to help me keep doing what I love, which is teaching yoga on YouTube for free or on Patreon to really thank you for your support. I will post a link below and I hope you will join me there and join our little community. Thanks very much for your support. See you next time on the mat. Bye.